So now we've you're in to chat to us about the Oracle Messenger cards, which have just been released.
I've brought some along with me today. I'll show them to you.
They're absolutely fantastic. They're in a nice cardboard box. Now they're a bit like a normal deck of cards. They're standard cards, I should say, but they're completely different in the sense that they're cards you can use yourself. So you don't have to be a medium. You don't have to be anything that's into all this. You can literally pick them off the shelf and read through the booklet. So I'll leave you explain a bit more because.
Okay. So what I've tried to do, I mean, there are so many different types of cards that are used for fortune telling and that type of. This is not what they are. These are about gentle encouragement, about if you're feeling a little lost in one day, or if you just have a situation or a dilemma that's going on, and you'd like to see for yourself, well, what kind of guidance can I get? They are just cards. They're made of cardboard. But when you use them with the right intention, that's when the magic happens. If any of you have seen me using them on my Messenger on Monday, you'll see exactly what I mean. So you don't need to be a medium to use them. They have a nice little booklet that comes with them. It's very self-explanatory. It gives you some very simple spreads that you can use, how to take care of them. What I would say, read the description, read what the card says to you, but even more importantly, what do you feel when you look at that card? How do you feel it relates to the context in which you've asked your inquiry? That's where you get the real magic happening. And the more you trust the answer, the better you get at it, and the easier it is for you to read it without having to go to your booklet.
Right.
So that's the point. You're learning all the time you're using them.
Yeah, it sounds that way, but it's the interest to learn it. It's not a thing that it's a chore to learn. It's like you said, you get in and you feel the cards, which is the main thing.
I mean, they're very beautiful. We had a lovely Irish artist, Anna Bowles, out of Athlone.
Oh, very nice.
And we chose her to do our illustrations for her. And she met us and she understood me. She kind of got it as well. She got my energy.
Sure. So
when I sent her the poems, she understood the theme of the card before actually just drawing it, you know. So she didn't just say, I said, oh, I want a cleft. Okay. I gave her the poem, so she knew what the theme was.
Okay, very nice.
So they've got their own kind of lovely energy to them as well.
There is a pack of 52 cards.
52 cards.
And each single card is a complete different card. It's got different illustrations done by Anna Bowles, which is brilliant. And they're very colourful and they're very interesting. I'm looking at them, folks, people that are listening across the desk, and I'm itching to get my hands on them. But before I do, so that they each have a poem or saying on them.
Let me show you, just pick this one random up here. This is Dear.
Okay.
So what you'll see in the cards, I've chosen a selection of things. Oracle cards will be a mixture of lots of different things. There won't be just one discipline. There will be animals and things from nature.
Okay.
And signs and traditional expressions and things that we understand. I mean, living in Ireland, for example, the ring in the brack is one of them.
Sure, yeah.
We don't understand that in England necessarily. You know, there's things that are unique to us, but we understand what it means. And then if you look deeper into the research that I've done, the expression, you know, the description in the book will explain it fully. Let me read you Dear. So Dear is a really pretty card as well. Time to be gentle with yourself and show others you care. Dear will sharpen your perceptions and make you more aware.
Very nice.
So if you think about the card itself, again, how I designed them, what does a deer do? It stands and it listens very intently to what's going on around it.
Yeah.
It pays attention. It's a really gentle creature, but it can fly off really quickly if it feels under threat. So it's calling attention to those energies that would react like that.
Yeah.
So be careful what's going on around you. Pay attention. Be gentle with yourself as well. Don't push yourself in situations that you're not comfortable in, or if you feel uncomfortable or unhappy. So that there's so much more to the layers of the cards.
Oh, okay.
Once you start thinking about what's the deer do, you know.
Yeah, it does leave you gasping for more in the sense that you're trying to. For me, I'm trying to relate kind of to the deer situation. As you're explaining it, I'm kind of like picturing a little movie in my head, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
that's your intuition kicking in there.
Yeah.
Because you see how it works.
Yeah.
You're tuning in. And that's how you're doing it in the most organic, simple way. Let's keep it simple. Why complicate things?
True.
You don't need a degree to do this. You just need to have some faith and some trust and some imagination to be able to relate to the card that you're looking at. And it takes it further.
That's very nice. And now, are these similar to, say, angel and tarot cards? Or are they completely after?
They're completely different. I mean, we've made a decision as a company with Book Hub Publishing.
Sure.
We're not going to go down the route of going to all the angel shops alongside angel cards, because these are very different. So you can get them online from
Sure.
bookuppublishing.com, or you can message to me still.
Yeah.
We're also doing a lot of workshops and evenings with, and also psychic development classes. Will they be available?
Okay, brilliant.
So the point is that we're kind of separating. They are a bit different. We want people to understand them and value them for what they are,
Sure, yeah.
and to treat them with respect, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
So and really kind of enjoy them. So you'll also see things that you'll see about, as I said, when you're driving around and going to work and what have you. And those things are not accessible through the cards that are around at the moment in the market. I found a gap, really.
Sure, yeah.
And I was thinking, what reaches things that I'm trying to teach people or show people from, you know, I'm in my 50s now, so I've done this for a long time. So
And
what
not that
signs have
long
I
at all.
seen? What signs have I seen that I know people find relatable? And, you know, a penny on the floor, feathers, robins, the ones we're always asking about. St. Anthony's one of my favourite saints.
Yeah.
He's in here, he had to be here.
Of course, yeah.
It's not just when you lose something, it's when you feel lost, or when you're feeling lost about a situation, or you can't find your way out of something. There's many contexts of the word lost. So I'm just showing you to look deeper into the card you're given,
Yeah.
or the sign you see organically when you're walking around.
Very interesting, very interesting. So, as you explained, you are doing workshops to guide people a bit more better into using the cards, but anyone can simply use the cards. So to prove that anyone can do the cards, now I know a lot of people listening on the podcast aren't going to see this, but there is a camera in the studio, so we are going to have a mini clip of this part of the program, and Heidi is going to demonstrate to me how to use the cards.
Okay.
And what I'll do is I'm going to turn the tables on you, Heidi, first. I'm going to pull a card for you.
Okay.
Now, you might have to explain it better than I will do, but we'll get the grasp of it here.
All right, so the first thing you do when you get your new pack is open them and you give them a shuffle.
Right, okay. Give them a good honest
shuffle.
Yeah.
Unlike the angel cards, you don't have to have them bought for you. You can buy these for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not about fortune telling. It's not about luck. This is about intuition and about interpretation.
Okay.
So you can buy them for yourself quite safely.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's lovely to buy them for someone else as a gift. They're a beautiful gift.
Yeah.
But you don't need to. So shuffle them. I say keep it simple. So I tend to make it like an arch shape. Spread them out.
Right, okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can.
So all the lovely golden wings line up.
There's golden wings. There's like a little animation of Heidi on the back, and she's got gold wings, aptly, very apt. And the cards are spread out in a fan shape, folks. So
into a fan. And so I would say to you now, choose the card from anywhere in the pack.
Right.
If it's just a one question inquiry, any card, what one's pulling you? What do you feel drawn towards? There's no right or wrong. Don't overthink it. Just take whatever one's pulling you.
Right. So I get a better understanding, and for anyone that's watching on the clip, I'll actually draw one first, as if you
Okay.
to do, and then I'll do it back to you, so
Perfect.
that I have a better understanding than everyone else does.
No problem.
So I'm about to pull a card. So before I pull my card, I have to ask a question.
Hold the intention in your mind, and then just think, okay, this is what I want to inquire about, so that you're signaling to spirit or energy, this is what you're looking for.
Okay.
This is my questions about this or whatever, you know, and hold that thought. Pull your card, and then if you're talking to me, you'd say the question out loud. If you're asking for yourself, obviously you know what the question is. And so you think about it, and then you turn the card over. I would leave it face down before I turn it over while I'm listening to your question.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll say a question
And pull a card.
and so what would say 2019 have in store for me?
Okay. And then just draw one.
So I'm going to go to my left side of the fan shaped. So I'm going to pull this one out. I've left it face down.
Okay. So because I'm reading the card for you rather than using mediumship,
Okay.
we'll turn the card over.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
So let's have a look. Whoa, love.
Uh-oh. St. Valentine has just been pulled with a heart on it.
It's really interesting. So Valentine is not just for romantic love, but generally when people ask that question, a young person would ask it, it would generally be they're looking for relationships and commitment and companionship, I think, is the key. But this is for love in all its forms. So look for people to be kinder to you in general, and for your friendships to be stronger. I'll read you the little poem. It's rather sweet, the poem.
Okay.
Show compassion, love and kindness to all, including you. St. Valentine will reward you with a love that's deep and true.
Nice. Wow.
You're blushing, Chris.
This is. I wasn't expecting of all cards to come up. I would never expect. I don't know what's there. But I wouldn't think that to come up.
The point is, they should know what's your innermost.
Wow.
They should know what's missing, what you're looking for, what's lacking. I'm not saying that it is, I'm just saying perhaps this is something you could do with some work. When they come, they speak to your gut, and they speak to the heart. And that's because they've been written by a medium that makes them slightly different.
Okay. Very interesting. Right. Now it's my turn to turn the tables on to you.
Okay.
I'm so excited about this, I don't know why.
So give them a shuffle.
Right, okay. So I'll just give them a quick shuffle. No, I'm probably not going to do this as professional as you are for the fan. So your best, I'm just trying to put them in a fan
shape. You just need to
shape.
get access to them all. So the fan shape, the line, whatever you're comfortable with.
I'll do a line so it doesn't look too bad out of the
Don't
Thankfully some people can't see this who's listening. Right, okay. So, right, that's that done.
I think I'm going to flip it back to you. What does 2019 hold for me, Chris?
Okay.
So I'm going to choose a card. I'm going to go over here. So I'll pass it to you because you'll just turn it over.
Okay, yeah. So the card that's just come up is Rose Quartz.
Lovely.
The poem on it is: Rose quartz brings love in abundance, indeed our greatest wealth. Spreading love where there is none will feed your spirit, mind and health.
Thank you. Okay, so what do you feel that's telling me?
Off the cuff, I suppose the support for... I think it's going to a few different areas, if I'm honest. I believe it's going towards maybe as we mentioned earlier, your health side of things. And I suppose with people around you is your wealth, all your support, and all the family support also that was saying. And that's what I'm getting just off the cuff.
What number is the card?
Number 46.
So let me show you what you do if you weren't... Well, that's a really good interpretation, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
You'll see that when you read it. Will I read you the full thing?
Yeah, you can do, please. Yeah.
So Rose Quartz appears for you today to help you with all matters of the heart. Whether you need to release jealousy or anger, encourage kindness or attraction or attention in a romantic way, Rose Quartz is the crystal for the job and is here to help you focus. In healing inquiries, however, that's for me, Rose Quartz refers to healing issues related to the heart. Holding on to negative emotions, anxious and old resentments, try to remember the good in yourself and others. Send out love and light to the situation or person, no matter how difficult, and you will not only feel better immediately, but the love energy can help to soften even the hardest of hearts or challenges.
Right, okay.
So it's reminding me to be patient with others and to use kindness rather than to be short-tempered.
Right.
To think of the best in someone, to try and see the love in them rather than to be cross. So it's a gentle card. If you use it in the initial context, if I was a single person, you would go to the fact that a bit like with yours, you're looking for love. I'm not.
Yeah.
Because my husband might be very upset.
Don't tell him.
But on the healing inquiries, which mine I think is what we were talking about earlier.
Right. Yeah.
Is to be kind with myself and also to be patient with others, because when you're not well, you have a long-term illness, your family are also very distressed by it. They get impatient. They want to fix you. They can't fix some things. And so you have to help them learn how to live with you while you're like that.
Yeah.
And remind kindness, they're being patient because they want you to be better. This would be as good as I'm going to get, I think. Right. And that's fine. But they need to be good with it as well.
Wow, okay.
And enjoy every day,
I can see how these would get very addictive. Just reading through, and you'd be pulling them for hours, drawing cards from the deck for hours, and it'd be just...
I guess like everything, don't overdo it. When you need them, they're there.
Yeah.
There's no substitute for being out and about in the world.
Right.
And talking to good friends and being with people who lift you. But you can do this with your friends, and it's light and it's encouraging and they're positive. Yeah. And I want that energy from me. I hope you get that from me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, certainly. Like what you've heard here, well, check out more interviews on, of course, my Mixcloud account, Chris Sherlock Show. And if you want to find out more, you can find me on Facebook simply by searching Chris Sherlock on the wireless.